on guys. In this video I have a question from matrix operations. The question is asking let A be a 2 by 2 matrix such that A inverse is equal to 1 2 1 4, and if B is 3 1 1 1 and C is minus 1 1 0 1. Solve the equation AXB equal to C for x equal to C for x. So the question is asking find out x. The first thing we have to do is we have to find an equation for x. So since they have given a x b is equal to c, I have to rearrange this equation to bring it to b is equal to, bring x equal to whatever, right? So first of all I'm going to change this, and to get rid of this a, I have to bring the a to the other side. So what I have to do is I have to multiply this side by a inverse and the same equation AXB equal to A inverse C. The order is important because A inverse should be next to the A. We shouldn't multiply here because it doesn't, uh, the action is not commutative, like CA is not equal to AC. That's an important thing to remember. And then it A cancels, so therefore XB will become A minus 1 C. So this is my first equation. Now I have to find an equation. I have to separate this b. So same thing, I am going to multiply b by b inverse. Therefore here I have to multiply b inverse by other side too. So this 2 cancels. Therefore the final equation will become like A inverse C B inverse. This is my final equation. So by this equation we have to solve this question. Let's see what the information they have given. A inverse is given already, C is given, but we have to find the B inverse. So first of all I use, since this is 2 by 2, I can use the equation 1 over AD minus BC. There's a equation for that. I show you. There are two methods to solve. One is Gauss-Jordan method and one is AD minus BC. But Gauss-Jordan method is good if the equation is greater than 2 by 2 matrices, like 3 by 3, 4 by 4. If you have that kind of question, you definitely have to use Gauss-Jordan, but 2 by 2 there's an equation for that to make it easier. So the first thing is b minus 1 inverse is going to be equal to, so I copy this. So first of all 1 over AD minus BC, 1 over AD is going to be this diagonal, 3 times 1, and BC is going to be this diagonal, so 3 times 1 minus 1 by 1 AD minus BC. Then we have to copy the B, like what happens is these two sides become negative, negative 1 negative 1, and this diagonal will flip around, so it will become 1 3. This is the equation for inverse. To find any inverse you have to do the same thing. You have to put negative sign in front of this diagonal, and this diagonal will switch around, and then if you multiply by 1 over AD minus BC, you will get the inverse of any 2 by 2 matrices. So if I multiply that, I will get, first of all I can solve this. Is 3 minus 2, it's going to be half times this number, 1 minus 1 minus 1 3. Now I have to simply multiply everything by half, so the answer will become half minus half and minus half 3 by 2. I have found the B inverse. All I have to do is I have to put it in the equation and find the x right now. So x is equal to A inverse C B inverse, and A inverse is given, it's 1 1 2 1 4 1 2 1 4, and C is given -1 1 0 1, -1 1 0 1, and V inverse we have found out, it's half minus half minus half 3 by 2. Now we have all this information. I have to do one by one. The first thing is I do these together. So first row, first column. So 1 time -1, 2 times 0 is going to be -1, and then first row, second column, 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 1 is 2, is going to be 3. Second row, first column, 1 time -1 -1, 4 times 0 is 0, so it's -1. And second row, second column, it's going to be 1 times 1 1, and 4 times 1 4, therefore it will become 1 plus 4 5. So we have this one right here, and now what I have to do is I have to do the same thing with the other one. 3 by 2, if you multiply by same method, you will get the answer -4 by 2, 10 by 2, and -6 by 2, 16 by 2. So this is the answer you will get, and the final answer will be -2 5 -3 8. So this is my x, therefore x is equal to -2 5 -3 8. This is my final answer. I hope you guys liked this video. See you next time.